Is your senior dog dealing with health issues? Are you feeling stressed, anxious? You're not sleeping, you're crying, you're not eating. If you answered yes, then you're probably suffering from what's known as caregiver burnout. Hi, I'm Hindi. I'm a senior dog care consultant and creator of greypawsandall. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about what is called caregiver burnout. Let me just read you what the Cleveland Clinic describes as caregiver burnout. It's a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that happens while you're taking care of someone else. So although it was written for caregivers who are caring for two-legged beings, this same can be said for those of us caring for those with four legs. Let's just talk about what the signs are. As I mentioned in the beginning, um, it's constant fatigue. It's having trouble sleeping. You may be experiencing frequent headaches. You're feeling frustrated, sad, helpless, irritable, short-tempered, you're flying off the handle. And I want to say for no reason, but that's not true. There definitely is a reason. We also tend to neglect caring for ourselves. Are we taking showers as often as we should? Are we sleeping well enough? Are we eating? Are we exercising? And another sign really is just like a loss of joy in the everyday. We're just so worried about our dogs. We just don't take care of ourselves. So I thought I would just talk brief. So let me first say this is normal. Everything you're experiencing is so normal, and don't let anybody say to you, "Oh, it's just a dog." Let them talk. Don't listen to them, because this is your family member. This is your love, your heart dog. And of course, it's normal to feel all these things. I'll just share my experience. Many years ago, my heart dog, Red, she had kidney issues, but I found that she would just be like circling and circling and wandering, and she just could not get comfortable. So I took her to the vet, and I assumed her kidney issues were getting worse, but they weren't. And my vet was at a loss of how to explain her symptoms. And one day the word dementia popped into my head. And I realized that's exactly what she was dealing with. It was my first experience having a dog with dementia, so I didn't know what to look for. And when I mentioned it to my dog, to my vet, he said, "Yes, that makes perfect sense." But before I had a diagnosis and I was just watching her circle and just not being able to settle, like she was uncomfortable, I was at my wit's end. I would have to just like shut the door sometimes. I would go out for a walk. I mean, I had my husband here, so I didn't have to leave her alone. I would go for a walk just to get out of the house. And I found even, a 10 or 15-minute walk made a difference, and I came back refreshed. So again, like I said, I didn't know anything about caregiver burnout. Maybe I heard it in relation to people, but I had no idea that that's what I was experiencing. And only later did I understand that, yeah, that's what I was going through too. Well, let's talk about what you can do. Now, I don't know how advanced your symptoms are, or I should say, how badly you're feeling. Is it kind of just the beginning, or you're just full on into it? But if this sounds like it's what you're dealing with, take a walk. You know what? Start with something as simple as taking a walk, just to take a break, and you'll be surprised how much it helps. Prioritize your self-care. You know what? Take a shower, eat. Make sure you eat, because when we neglect ourselves, we're not in any position to take the best care of our senior dogs that we can. And after all, that's what we're here for. We dedicate so much of our lives to caring for them, making sure they're happy, making sure they're healthy. So if you're in such a state that you can barely take care of yourself, you're not really going to be there for your dog. And I know that's what you want. Visit a friend. Do something you enjoy. Do you like to go to an art gallery? Meditation. Find a 5-minute guided meditation on YouTube. Makes all the difference in the world. Honestly, it does. If you are not able to leave your dog alone, can you leave her alone for 5 or 10 minutes? Walk around the block. If you want to leave them alone longer, do you have a trusted friend or neighbor or family member? Can you hire a pet sitter? Even to give yourself an hour or two of a break. Trust me, it will make a big difference. I also want you to set realistic expectations, because I know I speak from experience. You put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect and do the best that you can, do everything you can for your dog. But you have to know when you need to take a break to care for yourself. Don't feel guilty. It doesn't mean you love them any less. Of course you love them. You love them so much, you have to love yourself as well. And that's the way you're able to be there 100% for your dog. Another thing that will help you is to seek support. So whether that's joining a Facebook group like mine, I'll leave a link to that below, or an online forum, or forming your own group as support for people. Surround yourself with people who understand. Talking to just all the people you know who don't get it, if they're helpful and they're compassionate and understanding, great. But if you don't have that support network, and I didn't, I created my Facebook group because of that. But if you don't have that, find it. Because when you surround yourself with people who get it, it will be a massive help. Another thing that will help you is a routine. I don't know if you have a routine for your dogs. I always do. That will help, because when you and your dog know roughly what time they're going to eat, roughly what time they're going for a walk, it makes a big difference. Everybody knows kind of what to expect, and it gives you a structure, which will also help. There are also a lot of other resources in addition to the support that I mentioned earlier, but speak to your vet. Speak to, I would say speak to your vet, because the thing is, if your dog is not well and you're struggling to care for them, what else can you do to help improve your dog's quality of life? I'm going to leave some links to articles that I wrote about that below. But there are things like, for example, mobility issues. If you're really struggling to walk your dog, and that is adding to your feelings of anxiety or helplessness, or you're feeling so sad about that, get yourself a harness or a wagon or a stroller, because maybe your dog can still walk a little bit. Take him out for a walk. Get yourself out into the fresh air. But when he or she is no longer able to walk that far, the stroller and the wagon are amazing. I had 2 dog strollers, the best invention ever. Because that will also get you out of the house, but your dog is not struggling to walk, but they're going and enjoying the outdoors. Something else that can help you is if your dog is feeling anxious, and that of course adds to our anxiety, because it's so hard to watch our dogs be so nervous and stressed. What kind of medication can you give them? Speak to your vet. What kind of supplement can you offer? There are a lot of dog calming chews on the market. There's melatonin. Can any of these things help? And again, when your dog is feeling more settled, more comfortable, that will definitely help you with what you're experiencing as you care for them. Anyway, yeah, so I just want to say, it's so incredible to be sharing lives with older dogs. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience, but it does come with its challenges. So please make sure that you understand that as much as you are doing for your dog, you have to also take care of yourself, because being burnt out is not good for anybody. So I really hope you found these tips helpful. If you've been through this before, you're going through it now, but you found some things that are helping you cope, please leave them in the comment section below, because sharing will definitely help others. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, comment if you have something that could help others, and subscribe to the channel, because I will be making videos on a regular basis on a whole bunch of issues that affect all of us as senior dog parents. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, everybody.